How's it going, everybody? We're getting to the end of the month, so I figured might as well do another Merch by Amazon sales update. And the reason that I'm actually doing this video, I'll get into it in a second, is actually let's get into it right now, and then I can go into some of the numbers. And when I actually saw what I'm about to talk about yesterday, I think it's actually the first time it's happened. It might have happened before, but I don't think so. And this is what I'm talking about. These are my sales from yesterday. 8 sales in total. Awesome, right? 8 sales, whatever. But this is what I'm talking about. My US sales were not the top sale. The US marketplace was not the top marketplace. In Japan, I had 4 sales, Germany 2, and US 2. And this is what I've been talking about for the last couple of months. Like, my biggest drop has been in the US. Like, my US sales have just like tanked since I think the middle of October or November, I can't remember. And but this has never happened before. Like, once in a while, like, and I'm not saying my Japanese sales are taking off or anything. Like, if we were to look at let's see, this month, so for example, like, it's Japanese and you know, German and UK sales are okay, like they're creeping in, and you know, they're nowhere near my US sales. But I'm just saying, daily, like, I've never had, like, if we're taking the ratio, like, I'm talking about double the sales. I understand it's low numbers, like it was a particularly bad day in the US and an exceptionally good day in Japan. But that hasn't happened before. Like, I'm so used to my US sales just kind of destroying everything else, and all these other marketplaces slowly creeping in, and you know, I would get a few sales here and there. But because my US sales are so low, that's what happened. And like I said, that has never happened before, at least not that I can remember. So that was kind of like I think a little sad celebration. Sad in a sense that, yep, US sales suck, but hey, I sold 4 things in Japan. Actually, I think 2 or 3 of these were due to one item, and there's one shirt that's actually starting to sell regularly in Japan, and I checked, and it has a bunch of reviews, so that's good. Let's look at some of these numbers. I might, unless I get a bunch of zeros over the next couple of days in the US, I'm going to crack 100. I guess that's good, you know, if we're looking at positives now. Let's look at the monthly overall sales. And I mentioned this before. So this will definitely be the worst month for 2021 and 2022, of course, first month, but 2021. So if we look at across the board, my lowest monthly sales were in February of last year, and that was 165, which is, you know, just far away from where I am right now. So, you know, for the entire last 12, 13 months, this is by far the worst in the US. We're talking about US. Now, we have to go back to October of 2020 to actually have a worse month. So, you know, I guess I don't even know what to think about that. That's definitely a disaster. But 2020 in total was just a bad year, and I was, you know, I didn't even have this many items live. I think tier 8,000 at the time, or 4,000 at some point. I can't really remember. And you know, COVID year. So this was a bad year. So I'm actually comparing, you know, this month to like the worst year on record. So, you know, that's actually really bad. So that being said, I just hope that things improve. That's kind of what I'm, where I am, you know, where I'm coming from. The good thing is, like I said previously, is that the other marketplaces kind of make up for the kind of loss of royalties for me. So even though like these monthly sales are terrible, right? We're still looking at $300, maybe a little more. Who knows? We'll see what will happen. And then this will add up to maybe like $200+. So I'm still looking at a $500, $600 a month, and that's definitely not something to take. What would it be to just to kind of pass on it and just say $500 is nothing. Like it's still a big deal. Like $500 for what am I doing? I'm just uploading new designs right now. Like I'm not promoting any products. I'm not improving any of my old titles and descriptions or anything. I'm just simply uploading products. So that's kind of where I am. My 7-day average is around 30. It'll go up to 35 sometimes, but again, that's just bad. It's bad. And then the only thing that I can mention is that pop sockets have started selling a lot more. But as you can see here, like look at this, 87-cent profit margin on a pop socket. And then because I've been experimenting with different prices, like I have T-shirts with $372, $450, and then I know that I have others where my profit is about $250 or so. Top units sold, like this is like I still have a few that kind of sell somewhat regularly, but there's nothing that like I had in October or September of last year, where even with a bunch of Amazon's Choice tags. Those like that was actually helping. I've checked and I don't have any anymore, at least for the top maybe 10 products. I had a few actually last year, and there was definitely a difference in sales when you have an Amazon's Choice tag. So that's kind of where I am. The things that do stand out are the number of auto uploads. Like that's just been incredible. It's been exploding, and what I'm noticing is I'm actually getting sales in products that are newly listed, that have been uploaded, and then products that haven't sold in maybe like a year or more. So like there's no pattern to anything. There's no, like, if I was to say like does it make sense? No. It's not a particular niche or anything. It's just like random products that are selling. So in that case, like what's making me think, just for the future, what I'm considering is, if I'm not an expert in this field, meaning like if I have not studied and actually like perfected the writing of titles and keywords that are included in my points and my description and brand name. So let's just assume that my knowledge with the not just print on demand in general, but like merch by Amazon is basic compared to somebody who's actually been in the field for like 10 years plus. then it's a numbers game, and that's actually what I've seen with a bunch of accounts, like with people that are in tier 200,000. If you actually take the ratio of my tier, my live designs, and my income, and for example, if you multiply it by that level tier, so for example, let's say I would take into consideration somebody who has 79,000 live designs compared to my 7,800 designs, they should have 10 times more sales, if we're not talking about strategy, if we're just talking about sheer numbers. And sometimes that's not even the case. Sometimes they don't have 10 times more sales, but usually that's kind of the ratio. So that's kind of where I am right now. It's kind of like pump through, get to those numbers where the sheer number of products that I have will kind of drive my sales. But then hopefully in the meantime, I will be learning certain things where I will be implementing those things and actually increasing my sales by actually being strategic, by knowing exactly what will get picked up You know, maybe I can even put some money into advertising and you know, other things that will be beneficial. So anyways, that's kind of where I am. As you can see here, you know, this has been increased to 2,400, which right now for me, it just means, you know, get the designs out. I have room here, I have room here, definitely live products. So it's basically just how much work I want to put in, and you know, I'm trying to really maximize every minute that I have, you know, creating new designs and uploading products every single day. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys. Let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you soon.